All right, ready to dive into another career?
Always up for a deep dive. What do we have?
This time, it's Fabio Wardley, a name you might not know yet, but I have a feeling we're going to see big things from him.
Oh, intrigued. Boxer,
Yeah.
right.
Professional boxer. We've got his Wikipedia page open here, and his fight record, which is, well, it's something else.
Lay it on me then. What's standing out to you?
Well, first thing I noticed, right at the top, knockout to win ratio, 16 out of 17 wins by knockout. That's impressive for any boxer, but especially in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day, especially this early in a career. Makes you wonder, is he actively going for the knockout? Or is it just a natural result of, his fighting style, his power?
Well, let's see. His pro career, it all started back in 2017, according to his Wikipedia page at least. And get this, he is undefeated.
Oh, wow, okay. Undefeated in the heavyweight division, that's saying something. Every fight, it's a risk, One punch can change everything.
Absolutely. And it's not like he's been taking it easy either. He's fought some pretty tough opponents on his way up.
He's climbed the ranks, that's for sure. English heavyweight title, British heavyweight title, Commonwealth heavyweight title. He's held them all.
And all in pretty quick succession, too, which I think says a lot about his strategy, his team strategy. It's not just about, taking any fight that comes along. It seems like a very deliberate climb.
Yeah, it makes you think, was the Adelaide fight, was that strategic too? A way to kind of launch him into the international scene?
Speaking of, let's talk about that fight. David Adelaide, October 28th of last year, right? And this wasn't just another fight. This was a title fight. Multiple belts on the line.
Oh, yeah. A title fight, that changes things. The pressure's different. The stakes are higher. And what's interesting here is that both Wardley and Adelaide, they both had titles going into this fight.
We got these two, undefeated, both hungry, and then all those titles on the line, too. Must have been intense.
Oh, the atmosphere was electric. You could cut the tension with a knife. And, for Wardley, this was a real step up in competition.
And he came out on top. Knocked out Adelaide in the 7th round, if I remember correctly. Really solidified his place as a contender. But then we get to a really interesting part of his record. The Frazier-Clark fights.
Yeah, talk about twisting the tail. Their first fight, it was a draw, which you don't see too often in boxing. And certainly not with so much at stake.
Especially at this level, right? With title defenses, potential world ranking implications, makes you wonder what the judges were seeing, or maybe what they were hesitant to do, awarding a loss at this stage.
It's a good question. Maybe they didn't want to derail either fighter's career on what was ultimately a very close fight. Whatever the reason, that draw, it set the stage perfectly for a rematch.
And that rematch as well, it's coming up fast, October 12th, if I'm not mistaken. And this time, they're taking it to the Kingdom Arena in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, interesting choice of venue. Saudi Arabia has been trying to position themselves as a bit of a hub for big-time boxing matches.
It definitely adds another dimension to the whole thing. And on top of that, he just recently signed that multi-fight deal with Frank Warren's Queensberry Promotions, which, for those of us who aren't as familiar with the business side of boxing, what does that even mean? How big of a deal is this?
Well, think of it this way. A promoter can make or break a boxer. They're the ones securing the fights, negotiating the purses, getting the boxer's name out there. In Queensberry Promotions, they're one of the biggest names in the game. So for them to sign Wardley, it's a statement for sure.
So they're putting their money where their mouth is, basically.
Yeah.
They see something special in him, something worth investing in.
Exactly. And this rematch with Clark, it's his chance to really prove them right, show the world what he's capable of.
It's shaping up to be a huge fight.
Yeah.
You've got the rivalry, the titles, the new promotional deal, and now fighting in Saudi Arabia. That's a lot of weight on his shoulders.
No doubt about it. This is a make-or-break moment for Wardley. But he's handled pressure before.
Right, and he's got that knockout power. Plus, we've seen how strategic he is, how carefully he plans his career. Now with Queensberry backing him, it makes you wonder, is a world title within reach?
I'd say he's on the right track, that's for sure. The talent's there, the momentum is building, and now he's got the promotional muscle to make a real run at it.
I'm excited to see what the future holds for him. This next chapter, it's going to be interesting to watch.
Definitely. And that's the beauty of boxing, isn't it? It's unpredictable. One fight can change everything.
That's what keeps us coming back for more. Well, there you have it. Fabio Wardley, a rising star in the heavyweight division. Keep an eye on this one, folks. He might just surprise you.